What if I told you the most terrifyingly awesome house on the block could also be the most budget-friendly? Creepy Halloween night front yard, DIY's Dollar Tree hacks, garden decor ideas.
Hey there, my fellow Halloween fanatics and crafty creators. Welcome back to the channel where we make champagne-taste decor on a soda pop budget. Today, we are diving headfirst into the best season of the year to pull off an epic outdoor living space transformation. We are turning your front yard into a bone-chilling masterpiece of fright and fun, and the best part? Every single terrifyingly brilliant idea uses items you can find at the Dollar Tree. Now hold on before you get lost in a whirlwind of ghouls and ghosts. I need you to promise me you'll stick around to the very end of the video. After we've explored all these mind-blowing concepts, I'm going to walk you through the entire process, the complete materials list, all the tools you'll need, and a step-by-step guide to bring it all to life. Trust me, you won't want to miss the how-to magic. So, are you ready to get inspired? Because we have conjured up a list so massive, it's frankly ridiculous. We're talking over 20 unique themes, each with 2 incredible concepts, giving you a crypt full of options to create your perfect haunted landscape. Let's jump right in and make some high-end Halloween horror happen for less. One, ghostly apparitions. Whispering garden phantoms. Alright, let's start with a classic that never fails to impress. This is pure gothic elegance on a dime. You'll grab some of those simple wire tomato cages, flip them upside down, and boom, you have a perfect life-sized ghostly form. Then, just get creative draping and layering sheer white cloths and cheesecloth over them. The secret ingredient? A light dusting of glow-in-the-dark spray paint. Position these silent beauties peeking from behind your trees or rising from your flower beds for a truly spectacular garden lighting idea for ambience that will have everyone doing a double take. Floating spectral orbs. Next up, for a more magical, otherworldly vibe, let's create these floating spectral orbs. This is so simple it's genius. Grab those clear plastic ornaments from the craft section, stuff them with a little cotton or shredded cloth, and pop in a battery-operated tea light or a cracked glow stick for that pulsating ethereal glow. Then, just hang them from your tree branches with fishing line at different heights. It looks like a swarm of captured souls or forest sprites, an incredible and eco-friendly garden project that adds a ton of mystery to your yard. Two, skeletal remains. The Boneyard Orchestra. Ready to get a little weird? I love this one. Let's create the Boneyard Orchestra. Grab a bunch of those hilarious posable skeletons and set them up like a full-blown symphony rising from your lawn. Use garden stakes to get them in position, and give them instruments made from painted toys or random household junk. Hit them with a single spotlight, and you have this grim, hilarious, and surprisingly artistic scene. It's an outdoor living space transformation that's guaranteed to make people stop and stare. Skeleton's final game. Or for a touch of dark humor, how about a skeleton's final poker game? This is storytelling at its finest. Set up a rickety card table, pose your skeletons around it holding cards, and maybe have one who has literally fallen to pieces after a bad beat. It's a hilarious commentary on our human habits and a perfect example of how garden landscaping on a budget can be used to create a scene with a ton of personality. Who had the winning hand? The world may never know. Three. Spider infestation. The weaver's nest. Okay, if you have any friends with arachnophobia, they might not visit you for a while. For the weaver's nest, you go big. Buy a few giant bags of that stretchy spider web and completely, cocoon a bush, a tree, or even your entire front porch. Place a big mama spider in the center and scatter dozens of her little babies all around. It's pure, primal fear-inducing decor and a super effective DIY garden decor for small spaces that packs a huge punch. Toxic arachnid swarm. If you want to go for more of a sci-fi horror vibe, try the toxic arachnid swarm. This is ridiculously easy and looks incredible at night. Take dozens of those little plastic spiders, spray paint them with neon glow-in-the-dark paint, and arrange them like they're pouring out of a basement window or swarming your front door. It looks like some kind of unnatural, mutated plague. It's a simple, creepy, and brilliant DIY garden hack that costs next to nothing. Four. Witch's Coven. The Midnight Ritual. Time to get witchy. To create a coven's midnight ritual, you'll make witch figures using black plastic tablecloths draped over garden stakes. Top them with witch hats, of course, and have them all pointing toward a central cauldron, which can just be a plastic bucket painted black, filled with green solar lights to simulate a bubbling potion. This scene is all about atmosphere, and it's a perfect example of creating high-end garden DIYs for less. Something wicked this way comes. Potion ingredient garden. This idea is for all my fellow gardening fans out there. Turn a section of your yard into a witch's personal herb garden. Use Dollar Tree's little fences to section it off, and then make creepy plant markers for your ingredients. Think wolfsbane using fake flowers, or eye of newt by sticking painted plastic eyeballs onto sticks. It's a clever, detailed touch that suggests a much larger magical world, and it's a fun, spooky twist for anyone into organic vegetable gardening. Five. Zombie apocalypse. The lawn of the undead. It's zombie time. For a classic, they're coming out of the ground scene, this is my go-to. Stuff some old pairs of pants with newspaper, stick some shoes on the ends, and bury the waste, so it looks like a zombie is halfway out of the ground. Surround them with those fantastic zombie hands from the Dollar Tree, reaching up from the dirt. It's pure, classic horror and an amazing backyard makeover on a budget that will definitely stop traffic. Quarantine Zone Breach. For a more modern, chilling take on zombies, create a quarantine zone breach. Use that iconic yellow caution tape to cordon off your porch or a window. Then, have zombie masks and hands pressing against the glass from the inside, as if they're trying to break out. Add some red paint splatters for that extra gruesome factor. This one hits a little too close to home these days, which makes it even scarier. A truly modern and terrifying look. Six. Haunted Graveyard. The Forgotten Cemetery. You can't do Halloween without a graveyard. To create a truly forgotten cemetery, the key is aging. Take those foam tombstones from Dollar Tree and go to town on them with black and green craft paint to create a mossy, decayed look. Place them at crooked angles, drape them with cheesecloth cobwebs, and you've instantly created a scene that feels ancient and sorrowful. It's a perfect fit for a minimalist garden aesthetic with a gothic twist. Rise of the Restless Spirits. Or if you want a more active haunting, let's have the spirits rise. Place a blue or green solar light at the base of your tombstones to cast an eerie uplight. Then, arrange plastic chains so they look like they're being pushed away from the graves. The final touch? A few skeleton hands breaking through the soil right in front. It tells a story of spirits who are not at peace, and it's a great use of sustainable gardening tips by relying on solar power. Seven. Pumpkin Patch of Peril. The Cannibal Pumpkins. Let's ruin a wholesome autumn tradition, shall we? This one is delightfully twisted. Carve a large foam pumpkin with a huge, menacing mouth. Then, place a smaller plastic pumpkin inside, as if it's being eaten alive. A few drips of red paint really sell the gruesome effect. It completely subverts the happy pumpkin patch image and turns it into something monstrous. A shocking and creative twist on classic garden ideas. The Glowing Spore Patch. For a sci-fi twist on pumpkins, try creating a glowing spore patch. Just paint a cluster of foam pumpkins with that amazing glow-in-the-dark paint, using swirling, fungal-like patterns. Huddle them together in a dark part of your yard, and at night, they will look like pulsating, alien pods getting ready to burst. It's an incredibly effective garden lighting idea for ambience that is super unique and very, very creepy. 8. Sinister Scarecrows. The Harvest Watcher. Forget friendly scarecrows that protect the crops. We're making a harvest watcher. Build a tall, lanky scarecrow using old clothes, but give it a truly terrifying mask from the Dollar Tree. Instead of straw, have plastic snakes and spiders peeking out from its cuffs. The key is the pose. Don't have it standing still, have it leaning, as if it's stalking anyone who walks by. This is how you make a budget outdoor decor idea that looks expensive and terrifying. The Scarecrow Army. You know what's scarier than one scarecrow? An army of them. This is pure psychological horror. Make 3, 4, or even 5 smaller identical scarecrows using kids' clothes and simple burlap sack heads. Line them up in a perfectly straight, silent row along your driveway. The uniformity is what makes it so unnerving. It's a high-impact, low-maintenance garden design that will give everyone the creeps. Nine. Bats out of hell. The Belfry Eruption. This is one of the easiest ways to make a huge statement. Buy dozens and dozens of those cheap plastic bats. Then create a massive swarm that looks like it's erupting from your chimney, an attic window, or even from behind your front door when it opens. It's a sudden, chaotic explosion of horror that looks amazing in photos. A simple and incredibly effective DIY garden decor for small spaces. Vampiric Guardians. For a more gothic, sophisticated vibe, use a few of the larger bat models as vampiric guardians. Instead of having them in flight, perch them on your fence posts or porch railings. Give them glowing red eyes using a dot of paint or a tiny reflector. They look like the watchful familiars of a powerful vampire, adding a layer of intelligent evil to your whole setup. It's a simple touch that totally elevates the story you're telling. The Cursed Forest. Whispering Woods. If you're lucky enough to have trees in your yard, you have to try this. Turn them into a cursed forest. Wrap the trunks with brown creepy cloth, hang Spanish moss and plastic chains from the branches, and weave in some cold, white, battery-operated fairy lights. The whole space will feel enchanted, but in a deeply unsettling way, like the forest itself is alive and watching you. A perfect eco-friendly garden project that works with what you already have. The Face of the Forest. This one is next-level creepy and so artistic. Use some air-dry clay to sculpt spooky, screaming faces directly onto your tree trunks. Paint them in muted, natural colors so they're almost invisible during the day. But at night, when you hit them with a spotlight from below, the effect is absolutely terrifying. It looks like souls are trapped within the trees. A true high-end garden DIY for less that looks like a professional prop. Creepy CARN-EVIL. The sinister sideshow. Step right up, step right up. Let's turn your yard into a sinister sideshow. Use a red and white striped tablecloth to create a creepy entrance. Then make fake attraction signs on foam boards for things like the Spider Woman or the Skeleton Man. Use Dollar Tree skulls and props to create little disturbing vignettes. It taps into that unsettling feeling of old-timey carnivals, where everything is just a little bit off. A super fun garden landscaping on a budget project. The clown's playground. Sometimes, the scariest things are what you don't see. The clown's playground is all about implication. Just scatter a few lost items around your yard. A single red balloon tied to a drain. A creepy doll sitting alone on a swing. The horror here is in the story your mind creates. What happened here? It's a masterful use of a minimalist garden aesthetic to create maximum psychological fear. Mad Scientist's Laboratory. The failed experiment escape. Time for some science gone wrong. Let's create a failed experiment. Take some of those awesome animal skeletons, like the crows or rats, and combine them with doll parts using hot glue to make truly grotesque, mutated creatures. Stage them as if they've just broken out of a cage made from plastic fencing. It's a fantastically creative recycled materials garden crafts project that lets you build your own unique monsters. The glowing toxic waste. This is a brilliant lighting idea that adds so much story. Collect a bunch of clear jars and containers from the Dollar Tree, fill them with water and a few drops of neon green food coloring, and then drop in an activated glow stick. Line your walkway with these toxic waste jars. It creates this hazardous glowing path to your door and is a fantastic garden lighting idea for ambience that tells a story of a dangerous lab. Vampire's Lair. The crypt entrance. Let's go classic gothic horror. Transform your front porch into the entrance of a vampire's crypt. It's all about layering. Drape the doorway with black and red creepy cloths, flank it with a couple of foam tombstones, and hang some plastic bats overhead. The final, crucial touch? Swap out your regular porch light bulbs for red ones. It immediately creates that blood-soaked, aristocratic, and predatory vibe. A perfect outdoor living space transformation. Blood Rose Garden. This is so beautifully sinister. Take a dozen of those fake white roses from the Dollar Tree and lightly spray the edges of the petals with deep red or black paint, making them look like they are weeping blood. Plant them in a flower bed or in pots along your walkway. It represents that corrupted beauty and dangerous allure of the vampire. It's a gorgeous, creepy, and very low-maintenance garden design that adds a touch of gothic romance. Pirate's Curse. The Sunken Treasure. Ah, matey, how about a pirate's curse? Get a plastic chest and fill it to the brim with Dollar Tree's gold coins, plastic gems, and beaded necklaces. Drape it with shredded green cloth to look like seaweed and surround it with a few skeleton bones. It instantly tells a story of greed, treasure, and the doom that followed. It's a really fun and unique take on classic garden ideas that kids will absolutely love. Ghostly Cruise Warning. Every cursed treasure needs a cursed crew. Dress up a few skeletons in pirate gear, torn cloth, eye patches, bandanas, and then tie them to a tree or your porch railing with plastic chains. Pose them as if they are eternally tormented, serving as a warning to anyone who gets too close. You can even make your own Jolly Roger flag from a black plastic bag and some white paint. It's a fantastic DIY garden hack that adds a ton of action to your yard. Alien Invasion. The Crash Site. The truth is out there, and it crash-landed in your front yard. This is so easy to do. Just mess up a patch of your lawn or mulch to create a small crater. Then, use broken bits of plastic containers and silver-painted bowls to create the wreckage of a UFO. Add some of that green alien slime from the toy aisle around the edges, and you've got yourself a close encounter. A simple and really effective backyard makeover on a budget. The Pod People Nursery. Okay, this one is pure slow burn sci-fi horror. Get several of those cheap plastic plant pots. Inside each one, place a foam ball covered with stretched out creepy cloth, and have a single doll's hand or part of a face pressing out from within. It looks like alien pods are gestating, getting ready to replace everyone on your block. It's a terrifying twist on a DIY raised garden bed tutorial that will seriously creep people out. Haunted Dollhouse. The Unwanted Toys. There is nothing creepier than a haunted doll. For this, just scatter a few old-looking dolls around your yard in unsettling positions. One sitting on a swing, just staring. Another peeking out from behind a bush. Maybe one half buried in a flower bed. The horror comes from twisting the innocence of childhood into something menacing. This is a perfect example of a budget outdoor decor idea that looks expensive in terms of creep factor. The Doll's Tea Party. Let's take that doll theme and make it a ghostly scene. Set up a small child-sized table and chairs and arrange several creepy dolls around it for a tea party. The key here is the lighting. Use a few dim, flickering battery-operated candles. It creates this chilling scene that looks like it's frozen in time, the ghostly echo of a playtime that went horribly, horribly wrong. A truly chilling outdoor living space transformation. Spectral Garden. Ghostly flowers. This is so hauntingly beautiful. Take some of Dollar Tree's white silk flowers and give them a light coat of glow-in-the-dark spray paint. Then, lightly mist the edges with gray or black spray paint to give them a dead, ethereal look. At night, your garden will come alive with these softly glowing phantom blooms. It's like a garden for the afterlife, and a spooky addition to a pollinator-friendly garden design for ghosts. Weeping angel statues. Fans of modern horror will love this one. Find some small angel or cherub statues and paint them a flat, stone gray. Then, with black paint, create tears streaming from their eyes. Position them so they look like they are weeping over a grave or hiding their faces in sorrow. It plays on that terrifying idea of statues that aren't quite statues. It's an easy way to create a high-end garden DIY for less that is genuinely scary. Insane Asylum Yard. The Escaped Patients. This one is definitely not for the faint of heart. Create ghostly figures draped in white sheets, just like our phantoms from before, but this time, wrap them up in plastic chains and padlocks. Pose them erratically around the yard, some huddled in corners, others reaching out desperately. It creates this really unsettling narrative of torment and lost souls. It's a truly disturbing DIY garden hack scene that is pure psychological horror. The Doctor's Discards. To add to the asylum theme, let's hint at the mad doctor behind it all. Create a gruesome pile of medical waste in a corner using white trash bags. Have plastic bones, doll parts, and stained white cloths sticking out. Scatter some empty pill bottles and fake plastic syringes around it. The horror here is all in the suggestion of what went on inside that asylum. A chilling recycled materials garden crafts idea. 19. Butcher shop horrors. The meat locker. Alright, let's get gruesome. This one is pure B-movie horror fun. Hang plastic hooks and chains from a low tree branch or your porch ceiling. Then hang body parts made from stuffed clothes and plastic skeleton hands, wrapped tightly in bloody cheesecloth, just like in a real meat locker. It's visceral, it's terrifying, and it is a guaranteed way to make a budget outdoor decor idea that looks expensive and absolutely shocking. The butcher's tools. If the meat locker is too much, you can create the same dread with just the butcher's tools. Set up a little workbench on your porch and lay out those plastic cleavers, knives, and saws from a Halloween costume aisle. Splatter them with red paint and lay them on a plastic sheet next to a skull. It lets your guests' imaginations do the work, which is sometimes even scarier. A simple but incredibly effective outdoor living space transformation. Ancient Evil Awakens. The Ritual Circle. Let's summon something ancient and evil, shall we? Use rocks or faux stones to create a ritual circle on your lawn. In the center, place a skull or a black painted pumpkin with an occult symbol carved into it. Use red or purple solar stakes to light the scene with an unnatural glow. It evokes this awesome feeling of cosmic horror, like your yard is the site of something far older and more powerful than us. A great use of garden landscaping on a budget. Tentacles from below. And finally, my absolute favorite for its pure creativity. Let's unleash a kraken on your lawn. Take a few of those colorful pool noodles, paint them a grotesque purple or green, and add some foam circles for suction cups. Then bury one end in your garden beds so they look like giant tentacles are erupting from the ground. It's a Lovecraftian nightmare come to life and a truly one-of-a-kind garden idea that will have everyone talking. Takes a deep, energetic breath, and wow, there you have it. Over 40 insane, creative, and terrifying ways to transform your front yard into a Halloween masterpiece, all on a Dollar Tree budget. I am so fired up. But I know what you're thinking, this is all amazing, but where do I even start? Well, don't you worry, because the fun part is over, and now the really helpful part begins. Let's get into the nitty-gritty. Materials and products. Alright, for your shopping list, you'll be hitting up your local Dollar Tree. The core items are plastic skeletons, skulls and bones, lots of stretchy spider webs, foam tombstones, plastic chains, and rolls of creepy cloth. In the craft aisle, grab foam boards, acrylic paints, and plenty of hot glue sticks. For lighting, there's solar garden stakes, battery-operated tea lights, and glow sticks are your best friends. These simple items are the key to our high-end garden DIYs for less. Equipment and tools. The good news is, you probably have most of these tools already. Your number one MVP is going to be a hot glue gun. You'll also need a good pair of scissors, a utility knife for carving foam, a set of cheap paintbrushes for all that aging and detail work, and some wire cutters. And trust me, a pair of work gloves will save you from a world of hot glue burns and paint stains. That's it. Simple tools for incredible results. Preparation steps. Here's the 4-step secret sauce to making this all look amazing. First, always plan your layout. Sketch out where your big pieces will go to create a cohesive scene. Second, and this is the most important tip, take the time to paint and weather your plastic props. A quick coat of flat black paint followed by a dry brush of white or gray instantly makes a cheap skull look like an ancient relic. Third, during assembly, use a combination of hot glue, zip ties, and wire for maximum durability against the autumn wind. Finally, the grand finale, lighting. Use those solar stakes to uplight your props from below. This creates dramatic shadows and brings your entire spooky masterpiece to life when the sun goes down. And that is a wrap on our ultimate Dollar Tree Halloween spectacular. If these ideas got your creative cauldron bubbling, please do me a huge favor and smash that like button. It really is a massive help to the channel. I would absolutely love to hear which theme was your favorite, or if you have a killer idea of your own, so drop it in the comments below. And hey, if you want to stick around for more crazy, budget-friendly DIY projects, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. Now go get creepy. Cazador.